Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to go through our weekly check-in. We're going to see how much we spent from August 12th through August 17th. I'm closing our budget a day early. Usually I budget from a Friday to a Thursday, but it's been a spendy week, so I wanted to close it one day early. So if that sounds interesting to you, then please stay tuned. This is your first time joining me. Hi, my name is Emmy. I am married with 2 children, and I like to create budgeting content where we go over our spending, our savings. I go through sinking funds, our monthly budgets, and we're on a debt-free journey trying to get out of over $200,000 worth of debt. So if that sounds like something you might be interested in following along with us on, then please like this video and subscribe. We'd love to have you along our budget journey. And if you're a returning subscriber, hi, thanks so much for coming back in. Good to see you. Leave me a comment so I know you stopped by. So let's get right into our weekly check-in, shall we? So paycheck number 3, I got paid on August the 12th, and paycheck number 3 is going to cover 2 weeks worth of expenses. So what I like to do is I like to write down what the 2 weeks is going to look like, and then write down how much we spent in a week, and then whatever is left over, that's what we have to spend for the next week. Hopefully we don't dig into the second week's budget too much, but we happen to this time, as you will see. For food for my family of 4, I budget $230, and this includes groceries and eating out money, so 2 weeks worth is $460. I'm starting to see a trend here, like in the past couple of weeks, we are not staying within that $230 a week at all. And this could just be because it is the summer months, and so my husband, who is a teacher, is at home, and my son did not have school, and so with more people at home, that equals more mouths to feed. I'm thinking about upping my food budget for the next month. It might be a bit premature to do that, but the prices at the grocery stores and therefore at restaurants are continuing to rise, and so I don't think $230 is enough for my family of 4. I'm sure it is for some families. There are some people who can budget, and I'm sure they can feed a family of 4 for $50 a week. That just is not the situation we happen to be in. So for us, I think if I increase our weekly spending to $250 a week, we're going to see how we do that in the month of September. And who knows, I may have raised it for no reason at all, because with the kiddos back to school and my husband back to school, maybe raising it to $250 would, we don't need to do that. But I'd rather over budget than under budget, which is what I've been doing all month. Okay. Sorry, long spiel, basically to say that we overspent the $230 limit this week. We spent $314.48. So subtracting that from the 2-week allowance of $460, that means we have $145.52 left to spend for this week. And so I move it down here. I hope we can do this. It's right now looking pretty good. We don't have to buy too much in terms of groceries, maybe like a good top up, but I have a good stockpile of things in our freezer, in our fridge, so we'll see how this goes. I'm trying to push myself that no matter how tired or how busy the day is, let's not eat out because it'll be cheaper to eat at home. So that's what we're gonna try. My husband got $50 a week to spend on whatever he wanted. He ended up going over budget. This is supposed to be for 2 weeks worth, and he overspent his 2 weeks worth of allowance. During marching band time, his weekly allowance really should be increased to $100 per week instead of $100 for 2 weeks. And now he is back in marching band. He has been back for a couple of weeks now. So starting in September's budget, I am going to increase his allowance to $100 a week. I know that seems like a lot, but for someone who is at school all day, and by all day I mean 7 o'clock in the morning until 11 o'clock at night, he has his lunches at school, he has snacks at school, he has dinner at school, and so a lot of his allowance is actually going towards snacks and eating either fast food or something at a gas station he might pick up because practices run that late. or if he has a football game or a competition, he has to make sure he pays for himself that whole time. A couple people have left me comments saying that perhaps instead of having that as his allowance, maybe he's having a sinking fund for all of the band expenses, because you're right, it doesn't seem fair that he is using his allowance towards eating. But honestly, that's kind of what we both use our extra money on. We use our extra money on the frivolous, unnecessary things to eat, such as a Starbucks run, or maybe I want to treat myself to an ice cream or lunch out instead of lunch at home. That's what our allowance is mostly used for, and occasionally our allowance might be used for something we find on Amazon. But anyway, long story short, or I guess not really, he did overspend, so he has negative $25.54 for this week. I don't really know what that means, because obviously the man has to eat, so he's going to definitely spend more this week. It is what it is. I'm hoping that me over budgeting for gas is going to eat up some of this overage, but I'll get to gas in just a minute. For my allowance, I get $40 a week, and so for 2 weeks it would be $80, but I do a dice savings challenge where I roll a 20-sided die, and whatever it lands on, I put part of my allowance away, and I'm going to put it towards debt. So for this week, my 20-sided die actually landed on 19. So out of my $80 I had to spend for 2 weeks, 19 of it had to be put towards debt. So I'm left with 61 for 2 weeks. I spent $30.83 this week, which means I have $30.17 to spend for next week. But I'm not going to stuff the $30.17 because I have to roll the dice again to see how much I actually have to spend, which is why this is left blank. For gas, I've been budgeting $108 per week, which is about what it costs for my husband and I to fill up once per week. Recently, we haven't been filling up as much, and gas prices are going down. So this is a really, really, really big overestimate in terms of gas. So this week, we only spent $93.44 on gas, which is going to leave us with $122.56 for next week. I am going to take my daughter to her grandparents' house to spend the night this weekend, and they live about 2 hours away. So the gas it's going to take to drive her there and pick her up, it might be a little bit more fuel than expected, but I still don't think we're going to use all of what's left here. And sinking funds, I anticipate we spend about $1,000 worth of sinking funds a month, and so that evens out to about $200 a week. And this week we happen to spend $228.75 on various things, a couple of bits for the house, some cat food from the cat sinking fund, and then my husband and I went on a little date, so we used money from the entertainment sinking fund for that. So, a little bit more than $200 a week, not bad though. So we have about $171.25 left if we wanted to use any sinking funds next week. I never budget anything for unbudgeted, but if something is purchased that I did not plan for, I put that here. My husband had to buy some things for his classroom, so that was $90.10 worth of unbudgeted things. He does get reimbursed for the classroom purchases that he makes, so even though we were unbudgeted by $401.42, all of this has already been reimbursed, and I'll show you guys that when I close out my paycheck number 3. But we did receive reimbursement for this already. Okay, so now let's talk about what we're going to do for this coming week. Today is Thursday, August the 18th, and so this final week is going to go from the 18th to the 24th because my husband gets paid once a month, which is the 25th of every month. So our monthly budget ends on the 24th because the 25th begins a new month. Okay, for food, we have $145.52 left to spend for this week. I am going to be so strict with myself and actually put $145.52 into our cash envelope. So let's do that now. Okay, I already put the 52 cents in my food envelope. I thought about not even worrying about the 52 cents, but you never know. Every little bit helps, so I'm gonna roll over every penny. Okay, so we have 52 cents and I need 145. We have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, and 5. This is gonna go not towards eating out, Emmy. This is gonna go towards any grocery shopping, not eating out. Don't do it, girl, don't do it. All right, I have no idea what to do with my husband's allowance envelope because he's in the negative. So I'm just gonna leave it blank for now. For my allowance, I'm supposed to get $30.17. So here's the 17 cents and here is the $30. But before I stuff that in there, I'm going to roll my 20-sided die. This is for my dice savings challenge to see how much we are going to put towards debt. I hope it's a small number this week. Oh my gosh. 17. So let me get out my dice savings challenge here. Let me go ahead and mark off 17 because that's how much we're gonna save. I don't know if I have change, so I have a 20. Do I have $3 I can get in change? So I exchanged a 5 for some 1s from here, and so now I can get some change if I were to put 17 in. So $20, I get 3 back. 1, 2, 3. That dice savings challenge, by the way, is from Budget with Ira. I will leave that savings challenge linked in my description. And that means for my allowance, I have my 17 cents and I get $13. Nowadays, that's nothing. Like, that's one lunch out. You know? I don't know, at least in my area it is. So, okay, gotta make it last a whole week. Gotta make it last. Okay, put that away. And I'm gonna go ahead and write down, where's my pen? Where's my pen? I'm gonna go ahead and write down, I have 13, 17 that I'm rolling over because I rolled a 17 here. And that's us all done for today, guys. Short, quick, to the point. We are all checked in for week 4, moving on to week 5. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Leave it a thumbs up if you did. I'm also working really hard on getting this monthly sticker kit posted on my Etsy. It's just been really busy, you guys. I know you've been seeing these stickers and maybe wanting to grab some of those, but I haven't posted them on my Etsy yet, but it's coming. It is coming soon, I promise. Thanks for sticking with me. All right, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of your week, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.